Welcome to R&R Relationships in Real Estate. I'm your host, Chris Silva. This is my beautiful wife, Corey Silva.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on R&R today. Chris and I are the owners of Silva Realty and Silva Lending, and we've been in the real estate and mortgage industry since the early 2000s. We're super excited to have you here. Happy New Year, everyone.
Aloha.
Aloha, and welcome to the first week of January. It's 2023, y'all.
What?
This is the beginning of our third season of our little podcast, and the Silvas are on vacation. We're coming to
Very
you
nice.
live from the island of Kauai in beautiful Hawaii. And how is our vacation going?
It's probably the most relaxing vacation I've ever had. Still working,
Yes.
but I think it's because the island's slower. Maui.
Yes. So relaxing.
You can't help but to relax. Like,
And have a good time.
it doesn't matter if you're on the go, the island's going to slow you down,
Yeah,
right?
you gotta live that aloha and just relax, take each day at a time and enjoy life. And that's what it's all about.
But we've been pretty lucky. They said that the weather's been like summer here, except for today.
Except for today, it's nice and cloudy and rainy. And back home, I've been seeing updates. I guess there's like huge storms going on back home. Lots of rain. Stay safe out there, everyone. Stay cozy. You don't have to be on the roads. Try to stay home if you're able to.
Yes. And don't be afraid to call us. You guys got roof problems. We know roofing people.
What?
I had
That's
somebody
so
call-
random.
Well, a client called us yesterday. The roof was leaking, and I got that taken care of yesterday.
Perfect. Look
I'm
at
just saying,
you taking care of
Took care of it
people.
without this one even knowing about it.
Oh
What
my
about that?
goodness. Well, it's a little bit different for us because the time difference. So it's actually a little earlier here, right?
How much earlier?
It's 10 o'clock. We're not quite at lunchtime yet. It's still 10, but I'm hungry already.
Well, speaking of time difference, I'm getting text messages from people back home like at 5 a.m.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Get your butt up and get to work.
Nobody
boy.
cares about that time difference.
Cares.
Nobody cares.
No, it's not. Sorry. Do what I need you to do now. I don't care that you're on vacation.
It's all good. I don't mind. Make it happen.
So if you happen to catch our show last week, you know we had meetings before our flight up until like super late at night, right? So you were super busy right after our
Well,
meeting.
On top of that,
I was busy too.
on top of that, if you guys watched last week's show, I was pretty hungover, I'm old now, so I don't get hungover. I don't drink like that anymore. But I was really hungover from at the last show, and immediately after I had appointments,
Mhm.
and I showed property to a first-time home buyer
Yeah,
Oh.
at 5 o'clock at night.
at 5 o'clock at night. It was already
Yes.
dark. But we have an offer out from that night, so I'm hoping that we get our offer accepted. But this agent, sometimes they don't get right back to you.
Well, listen, it's the new
What are
year.
you gonna do?
People took time off. I feel like this year people really took the time for themselves after Christmas and New Year's because they both landed on the weekend. So people are just kind of slowly easing into the new year, and I'm not mad at that.
Okay,
I mean,
so-
but we need to get our clients in a house, but like let's give them a little bit of time.
See,
But what's today?
the island got the island got Corey feeling a little bit more relaxed than me because I'm like, where is my response to my offer? I wrote this offer 4 days ago.
Oh yeah.
I'm blowing this lady up.
Oh yeah. I thought you just wrote
Let's
it the other
go.
day. See,
Let's
my
go.
days are all mixed up. I'm on vacation, so
Let's-
yeah. She needs to respond. 4 days. That's way too long.
This girl's over here doing her sun salutations, feeling all good right now. She's not thinking about that offer.
That lady is. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us here on R&R. Please leave a comment below and say hello if you are joining us here today so we could say hi to you and give you a special shout out. This is our vacation episode. We're taking out some time for you, so put a little comment on there. We love seeing everyone joining us and we really appreciate you watching our show.
Yeah, just a quick hello. Don't worry, we're not gonna start a huge conversation if you don't want, but just a little hi.
Yeah,
That'd be
it's
great. Just so we
okay.
know you're there.
It's okay if they want to creep too. It's all
They
good.
can, yeah, all day, all day.
So getting back to after the meeting, our last podcast and you going and showing property, we got to get ready for our flight, right? So I don't know how all of you are with packing. Oh, Christian's here. Hi, Christian.
Hey,
Thanks for
Christian.
joining us. Hi, Lauren. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate
Hey, Happy
you.
New Year.
Happy to you too. So, I don't know how you all are when it comes to packing and going on vacation. Do you plan out in advance? Do you have your bags ready like 2 or 3 days ahead of time? Or are you like us? We just like start throwing things in bags the night before and hopefully we didn't forget anything. Well, that was us trying to get things done. But why does Nola want to look at every size of her bathing suits before I put them in her suitcase and tell me whether they fit or not? It ended up being not only packing, but purging her closet. And I'm like, girl, we ain't got time for this. We need to go. I need to pack now. It was a little stressful for me.
You know
Like
what's
my
so
clothes are over there. I need to pack. I'm gonna focus on you. Let's get you done so you can go to sleep and then I can pack and have 2 hours of sleep.
The funny thing is our baby girl is your little twin.
She
So,
so
like,
is, I swear.
That's something that you would be doing. So
I
she
don't
just
look at, no. Usually, actually, I take that back. Usually I will try some stuff on because
to
I
make
don't
sure
want
it fits.
to make sure it fits. This time I was like, if it doesn't
Hey,
fit, oh well,
she
it's
was
gonna be
trying to
hanging out.
She was trying to make sure it fit too. Don't be mad at her. She was trying to make sure it fit.
But she was not trying them on. She was just looking at the number. I'm like, what you don't realize is sometimes the size will still fit you. Just don't look at that number and get all upset about it.
So Corey's reliving the craziness that we had the night before. So I think I don't know what I was up until who knows what time. I think we're up to like 1, 2
1 in the
o'clock.
morning, yeah.
And then we had to leave at 5:30 so that we could get to LAX by 6:30. And thank God, one, there was no traffic. Two, that Corey actually did the pre-boarding, like checked us in online, because we've been coming to Hawaii for like 15 years now. And it's pretty simple, easy. You go to Hawaiian Airlines, domestic, boom, boom, boom. You're in, you're out. It's quick. But this time, the terminal where Hawaiian Airlines usually is located is closed down.
Mhm.
They're renovating the terminal. So on the fine print, Corey read that we were flying out of Tom Bradley, which is international. Why is that important? Because as you get to LAX, you know it's busy 24 hours a day
It's
at LAX.
crazy.
We're getting there. You can't see Hawaiian Airlines. There's no sign that says Hawaiian Airlines. Like it's just flipping like I don't know, like 2 things per second, right? Two
Yeah,
titles
each
per second.
airline's going through and then Hawaiian doesn't pop up. So then I'm like, we have to go there. That's what it said online. And Chris is like, but I don't see Hawaiian. So we had to go all the way
had to do
through
a
the
little-
airport again. I was like, please just let us get through security because and the fine print also says you have a 30-minute walk after security to
30
get
minutes.
to your gate. And I'm like, oh, sweet baby Jesus, we gotta go. We don't have a stroller this time, so we can't run through the airport.
First time kids didn't have
The kids are
stroller.
walking with us. Nola's got her little legs, barely getting through it.
we also didn't have to wear the child seats.
We
though.
did not
car
bring the
seats.
car seats this time, so it was a little liberating, but I was like, wow, thank goodness we didn't have all that stuff. Luckily, security was a breeze, so that was nice.
So-
And
So
what-
one of the ladies saw me struggling with my bum knee, and she must have felt sorry for me.
I think she felt really
So she pulled over in a little cart and gave us a ride. So we cut like 15 minutes off that walk time. She
That
gave
was
us a ride.
amazing.
So
I never got on one of those carts, and I'm so envious of people who get rides on those. Our hair was blowing through the wind. I was like, what's that? 15 minutes off of our walk
Well, you know
time.
what's funny about that is it's usually handicapped people and elderly people that get a ride on those things. So
Yeah.
they're looking at me as elderly and handicapped, which I'll accept
That's
it.
okay. You need to take that. So
I'll
it looks
accept
back here. Hi, thanks for joining us. She says it's worse when you return, FYI. Yes, I read that. You have to like walk through all different terminals to get there, like a 30-minute walk. So
Oh,
be
boy.
prepared.
It's gonna be late at night too.
And she said it's far as FUCK. Okay, I can't say that loud. But yes, it is. It's going to be very far. And she said we did not get the memo last year. We were running. They were calling our names. Oh my gosh, you were one of those.
So they were calling like 3 people's names, and I didn't think
These
I don't know if they
poor
were gonna make the
people,
flight.
I don't think they got their flight. I felt so bad for them. Like, who doesn't want to be on their tropical vacation? Thank goodness you made it. But that is so stressful, and even more stressful when you have kids with you.
There's no way we would have did it without your dad. So huge thank you to Pops out there.
Thank you so much to my dad, because he not only did he give us a ride to the airport, but he spent the night at our house the night before. to make sure that we would be on time. He actually came in and woke us up before our alarm to make sure that we were good to go. So thank you so much, Dad, for giving us a ride. He's going to be picking us up as well. So, oh man, I'm going to have to tell him this is what time our flight's landing, but just budget for like 45 minutes after because
I'd be like 11:30.
he's going to be probably losing his mind driving around that airport that day.
Because we landed here like 32 minutes early, so we were so psyched. But then you just
we
got
got here early and we're sitting on the tarmac waiting.
you just sit on the tarmac that much longer. So no, it's all good. I'm in paradise. I'm chilling.
Yeah, so Beth said now you're chilling, and yes, we are chilling. That's the number one thing. And how sweet of your daddy. Yes, very sweet of him. So we are here enjoying. How was everybody's New Year's Eve? I would love to hear about it. Tell us what exciting things you did and who else was ready to say goodbye to 2022. Like for me, I'm not like that. I don't have those feelings like, oh, bye, I hated you. Like I feel like every day, every year is a new learning experience and just happy to be in 2023 and it's a new day.
Or how many people like wanted 2022 to last a little bit longer so they could just get that last goal checked off their list?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, I wasn't in any rush, but I was glad it was here. So tell us a little bit about what you did for your New Year's celebration. Did anyone go out with a bang and like go to a big party, dress up? I saw some stuff on social media. I've been kind of like trying to stay off of it. Not trying to stay off of it. I just have no desire because we're in paradise. But for us, Chris really wanted to go to this event that he read about on the plane. In this little town.
That's how you know you're old, right? When you read those magazines that they have on the plane, like the Hawaiian Airline magazine. So I'm reading through the magazine and like I circle this activity for New Year's Eve, and it's fireworks at the park, like at a state park on the beach. Who doesn't want to be on the beach in Hawaii for New Year's? I was like, I want to do that. That's all I wanted to do this year.
Yeah. Okay. So it looks like we have a little bit of a connection issue. Where we apologize for that. We're on vacation. This is our first time doing it through Zoom. So hopefully you could all still hear us and everything is going smoothly. So for our New Year's, old man Chris on the plane, the times that he was not reading the magazine in the airplane, he was snoring like a big bear, sleeping it off, enjoying his rest. He was very loud and snoring. But anyways, he found a great event for us to go to in this little town called Poipu. And it's huge out here in Hawaii. They get fireworks, they celebrate the new year, and everyone is putting fireworks off even days before the new year, which I was like, what is that noise? Because it's so quiet here, right?
They sell them everywhere. Fireworks.
They sell the fireworks at Target.
Yeah, Target.
Like, wow. And they even had signs that said, don't take them on the plane home. Like, who would do that?
Because somebody forgets, right? Like just throw them in their luggage and forget.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's so funny how, I'm 42 years old now. And it's funny how like in our 20s, we're trying to party all night on New Year's, right? Like you want to do something fun, you want to be at a club, at a bar, whatnot. And then in your 30s, like in our 30s anyway, then I was like, well, let's have like people over.
Yes.
Let's have get-togethers. Let's have New Year's Eve party at our house. Like not a major or anything, but like, 20 fun. People, like a good time, right? And then when you start to have kids and you're like, maybe we could stay awake till the ball drops, in Cali till midnight, and then after that, you're like, well, shit, maybe I might stay awake till New York ball drops, right? 9 o'clock. And we've been going to sleep here like almost every night, like around 9 o'clock.
Yes. Well, our kids could not hang. We ended up going, wasn't like a 25-minute drive to go to this event. And they were having a fireworks show. They did a movie night on the beach.
Turning Red.
Turning Red was on, and then they had food trucks everywhere. So we're like, oh, let's go to that. That sounds like so much fun. There was so many people on that beach. I don't think I've seen that many people on a beach since I don't know when. Maybe when we used to go to Venice or something like that. Lulu's here. Hi, Lulu.
So the island life and you're forced to slow down. And I'm sure they have so many people coming here from California. All over, but a lot of Cali people, right, that are like on the go, business people, right? Like you have no choice but to slow down when you're here. So this event at the park had thousands of people there, and it was the first event that they've had at the park since COVID, like a New Year's Eve event. And I just know because I talked to everybody, so I was talking to a bunch of people, and they were telling me about it. But they had 3 food trucks And when I say the lines were so long, there was probably 100 people or more in each one of those lines.
People were losing their minds. They were hungry. They couldn't get the food out. Chris waited in line for this restaurant to get hot dogs because they actually had veggie
What's
dogs
called
for our
puka
kids.
dogs?
Puka dog.
So it was puka dogs.
Mhm.
So I'm in line for that thing for 40 minutes, right?
Meanwhile, he missed out on the sunset. He got like a little quick picture before he waited in line. The kids and I are playing at the beach and
Having a good old time.
watching the sunset, and Dad's going to get us some food. And he's there for 30 minutes, and I get a call from him, and he's like, "They just came out and told me to come back tomorrow."
Yeah, like,
Like no warning. He waited 30 minutes to get
no shame,
food.
no shame. The girl comes out, she's like, see everybody that's standing right here? This is where the line ends. All the rest of you guys come back tomorrow.
Sorry, not sorry.
I was like, what? No, really? So she meant it too. She was dead serious. So I call Corey right away. She was like, "We'll get one of these food truck lines." I call her from the food truck lines. It's like 100 people in the line. And I asked somebody in the middle of the line, like, "How long have you been waiting?" He's like, "You see my beard? It wasn't gray before I got in this line." So I was like, "All right, this isn't gonna work. Our kids are about to start losing it because Tino is like his daddy. He gets super hangry.
Oh
He doesn't eat.
my God.
I feel him. So do I. Like I just lose my mind. Like I'm like Joe Pesci in the sticker commercial. If I don't eat when I'm supposed
They
to
are
eat.
so much alike. It's too much. He like has like total meltdown. So we just gave him a bunch of junk, like popcorn,
Well,
cookies,
yeah, they had
candy.
those the lines for that were small. They had like makeshift concession stands that little kids were manning, so they could buy all this candy there. But then there's like this deli right next to the puka dog spot. Nobody wanted to eat sandwiches. Everybody wanted a hot dog. So I get into that line. I get the food in about 10 minutes once I got in that line. And then everybody from the puka dog line, they must have like, I don't know, it took a while to get into that deli line, but that deli line ended up being over 100 people as well.
We
So I
got
dodged
so
a bullet.
lucky we got sandwiches. But you know what? I don't know how all of you are who have kids. Do you have your kids are super picky eaters?
Oh boy.
Like they only want to eat certain things. Before my kids were like, they would try anything, like when they're babies, obviously, right? I gave them this variety of all this delicious, healthy, nutritious food. And now they're surviving off of like mac and cheese, grilled cheese because our kids don't eat meat. So I try to get them veggies and stuff, but on the island, there's not really a lot of like you order food and yeah, they'll give you some veggies, but then there's like all this fried junk, right? And mac and cheese. So then I was like, oh, Chris, like I got him cheese sandwiches with mayo and mustard. I'm like, what? No mayo, no mustard. They don't like that. Just put cheese and bread. Keep it super simple. Oh my gosh, you should have seen Tino's face when he took the bite out of the sandwich.
He looked like I tried to poison him.
He was like, what is this? What did you give me?
He was angry.
He was mad at you.
Yeah, he's pissed.
Imagine someone gives you something you don't want to eat and you're starving. I'm gonna do that to you. See what happens.
Happens a lot. A lot more than you'd be surprised how many times I eat something I don't want to eat.
Wow. Okay. Oh, okay.
That's how much of mom's house is.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were talking about my food. I was about to say you can make your own dang food.
Yo, you better get in that kitchen when you get home.
So the next day, so finishing up our night, kids were tired. We didn't even see the fireworks.
Well, you saw him on the way home.
On the way home, we drove home. Tino was starting to fall asleep. He was done. So next day, how was your food situation? Trying to get food?
Oh boy. So all I want to do is grab some lunch, right? Once, I did listen to some of like the local people that work here of their food suggestions, like day one. And it was the worst food I've ever had in my life. It was called Good Vibes, or what was it called?
Roy's Good Time.
Roy's Good
Don't ever
Times.
go there. Please
Don't ever go there.
I had some mystery meat that I don't know what it was. I took a bite of it. It was supposed to be chicken. You guys, when I tell you this food was disgusting, like I almost threw up on the plate. I spit the food. I never spit food out. Like usually maybe I'll get a napkin. Like what was that? I just ate right now.
I don't know what it looked like.
It didn't look like chicken. I'm like, is this fried? What is this? How did you cook this? Why does it taste raw on the inside?
So it's fried on the outside,
but
it's raw on the inside.
But the chicken, it was like brown. It wasn't even
it didn't look like chicken.
I don't know what that was, some mystery meat. Anyways, the kids, their grilled cheese. How do you mess up grilled cheese?
The
The
kids
grilled
didn't even
cheese.
want to eat their grilled cheese. And then I had a burger because I'm like, it's the safest thing you could order at a place is a burger. And that was disgusting too. I had like half the burger. We just left. Like, didn't want to cause a big scene. It's a place, I guess you go there to have a good time just to drink.
I guess.
Because they had TVs everywhere, right? The game was on, but like the food was terrible.
But they did tell us, like at the hotel, hey, if you're planning on getting food or going shopping, you need to do it at least 2 days before the New Year's because everything's shut down on New Year's Day.
Right. So we try to
So-
get some food on New Year's Day. And this place had like 4.5 stars, super excited about it, seafood. We go there and it's open on Yelp, but it's closed when you get there, right? Strike one. We get there, it's closed. Now, mind you, my stomach is on E, right? So that means I'm
You
starting
guys
to
do
get
not want to be around him. when
I'm
he's
starting
like
to get
this.
hangrier and hangrier by the minute. So they don't have food there. They're not open. We've come to find out later that they went to Disneyland in Vegas, so that's why they're not open till January 15th. They'll be open if you guys want to visit that place. I forgot the name of it though. So then we hit up another place. They were also closed. And then I was just like, that's it, I'm done. Let's get back to the room. Let's feed these kids. I was so over it. And then I think I came back to the room and I got a couple snacks so that I could, gather my thoughts again, start thinking like a normal person. And then I found a place that was open and we got food.
His mind was so gone that he's talking about it like it was on New Year's Day. This was yesterday. This happened to him yesterday. Oh man.
I was still seeing red right now, just talking about
Oh my Lord. So don't come between Chris and food on a hungry stomach because it's gonna be all bad.
no bueno.
Who else gets hangry?
Yeah.
I don't get hangry like that. That's too much.
I was super upset for sure.
Oh my goodness. So we have one more week left of our vacation.
This is our last day in this hotel. And so we're in what side of the island? Lahui?
Uh-huh.
We're in Lahui right now, which is the south side, right?
No, it's the east side.
The east side. There's no train tracks here, but it is the east side of Kauai. We're headed to Princeville tomorrow. So looking forward to that because we're staying in a hotel this first week. We usually stay in our timeshare that has like a kitchen. You can do laundry there. So I like to pack really light. Like I could carry everything on a carry-on bag.
Mhm.
I couldn't do that this time because we're here for a week.
Right. But that's
So
okay.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's a different. I'm not used to being in a hotel. I'm more used to being in like,
Right.
little kitchen, little washer dryer. It makes me happy, right? So I'm looking forward to getting back into my element tomorrow.
That's for sure. So are you ready to buy your own Hawaiian property getaway? Have you been looking on, Zillow and checking out what's available?
So who else does that? Because yes, the answer is yes, right? Like anywhere I go, if I have a good time, like we were in Solvang a couple weeks ago, now we're in Kauai, and as soon as I like a place, I'm already on Redfin and I'm seeing what property costs, right? And the answer of am I ready to buy a Hawaiian property is no, because I can't afford anything that I want to buy here.
Right.
Like, there's a little town in between Lahui and Princeville. It's in the middle of the island. It's called Kapa. And it's nice there. It reminds me, if you guys are familiar with Maui, it reminds me a lot of Paia.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, Lucy's here with us. Hi,
Hey, Lucy.
Thanks
How
for
are you? Happy to be
joining
here.
us.
But this Kapa reminds me of
Hi, yeah.
Paia. And Paia is like one of my favorite towns in Maui,
Mhm.
right? So like I could see myself buying not living full time, but having a place in Kapa, right?
Mhm.
So I look up on Redfin, I was like, oh man, $650 for a house in Kapa? Let's do this, right? Started looking it up. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, like 575 square feet. The house is falling over. It's on a main
What did you
road.
expect?
I don't know. I just,
He's one of those.
I'm an optimist.
No,
I-
I'm gonna get
no.
this real good
If it
deal.
was moving ready at 650, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom,
Oh, well,
I'd be
yeah,
all
done.
about it.
It wouldn't
Right?
be on Redfin though.
But or if the location was better, like I don't expect it to have a view at 650, but like it's on the main road. Like trucks are probably coming by it.
Mhm.
All the roosters are kicking it on your front porch.
So many roosters here. You guys might hear them every now and then.
Santino's count is up to like 425 roosters or chickens that he's counted.
You want to come join?
How many? 427. He just had to chime in. There he is.
Did you want to come in on the on the podcast.
Yeah, don't get dressed over here. So he had to correct me, 427 chickens that he's counted since he's been here.
Chickens and roosters, yes, they're so cute though.
And I gotta look up like what's up with the chicken, like, do they serve a purpose? Like, do they eat bugs?
Chris is thinking that they have a lot on the island because they help keep the mosquito population down, but I don't know if that's true.
I don't
Anyone
know.
who's traveled here, do you know why there's so many on the island? I'm curious.
Yeah, I haven't looked it up yet. I should. I will. I'm gonna look it up after the show and see why are there so many here. But yeah, I'm that person that looks at property everywhere we go. I love real estate. I mean, we love it, right?
course.
So like, I want to see, hey, what do houses cost in whatever area that we're in? Airbnb. We don't own any Airbnb property. I've always thought, well, I can do that. We can be Airbnb owners, but I don't know. I have to look more into it and see what you could rent stuff out for, what it costs to buy out here, all that good stuff.
I'm sure there might, I don't know for sure, but like in Maui, they have restrictions on whether you can rent the properties out. So I know a lot of people were going there and buying up a lot of the properties and then taking them away from the locals, so they don't have the opportunity to buy homes. So, and then I think the hotel industry really, really got affected by it. So they had rules on once you buy a property, you had to live there for a certain amount of time before you could
Had
actually
to be a
rent it
year.
out.
You had to be a resident only be a resident. You had to live in the property for a year
Uh-huh.
in Maui.
Yes.
Anyhow, I don't know what the rules are here in Kauai. I'll find out.
What I do love though is there are certain properties that are only available to local natives. They could only buy and they have to show proof that they're native to the land, and I love that. I
As it
love that they should be able to protect their land. I mean,
As it should
so many
be.
people come in and just overdevelop the land. Like, it's so beautiful here. Just leave it the way it should be, right? Pristine, beautiful.
No, absolutely. It's definitely less developed and it's a lot slower on Hawaii than it is in Maui.
Mhm.
But I'm not mad at that. I actually really enjoy it. I want to get to know the island a little bit more.
Yes.
Like Maui, we know it like the back of our hand, right?
Yes.
But like Kauai, I'm not really familiar with. So,
Santino, if you're dressed, Auntie Lulu said hi. Oh, hi Lulu, he said, I think, hopefully he'll pop back in. Here he is.
you can't see her, but here's her a little bit. Oh, look, he's repping. I didn't tell him to put the Silver Realty shirt on.
Good job, Tino.
But he's repping.
Noah, do you want to come out too? Just don't knock this over, okay? What are you eating, Santino?
Hawaiian bread.
Hawaiian bread. Is it delicious? Oh yeah. He loves the Hawaiian
Are
bread.
you guys enjoying your vacation?
Do you want some mayo or mustard with that and some cheese? Oh.
What'd you think about that sandwich Daddy gave you the other day on the beach?
Yeah.
Were you mad at me?
Yeah.
You were mad at me.
I think he wanted to
Did
punch
you want to
you.
punch me? No.
No, he's a lover, not a fighter. So what are some of the fun things we've been doing on vacation, Tino? Do you want to tell everybody?
What's some of your favorite things that you do here?
On the water slide.
Oh, there's a water slide. How fun. Noah, do you want to come in too? Come here. Come over here. I don't know.
Nola's dressed like, would you want to come over here? No. Come here.
Come here, Noah.
Go get dressed. Close
She's gonna go get dressed, but close that
Close that little
shade.
shade so nobody sees you get dressed. You know.
No, leave that open. If that's a shade. So they've been having a lot of fun at the pool. That's like always a must when you're traveling with kids.
That's
To
all
make
kids
sure
care
there's a
about.
pool. And if there's a slide, that's a huge bonus, right, Santino? Yep.
So yesterday we were at the beach and we wanted to get home because the slide closes at 5. So we wanted to get back to the room, give them at least an hour to be at the slide. And when we get there, they close down the slide. This little girl busted her mouth and broke her tooth, I think.
She broke her tooth, so there's blood all up in the water. But listen, we saw that little girl. She was not following the rules when it came time to go down that slide. She was not going feet first. This girl was like belly flopping onto the slide head first.
She was doing like the penguin jump.
Yes, so I mean, something bad was bound to happen. So poor kids couldn't get on the slide. They were all sad about it, but that was okay. We made the best of it because then it started to rain on us, right? So they love the slide. That's so much fun for them. And Nola was super afraid to get on the slide the first few days, but now that she's on it, she does not want to get off. What are some of the other fun things we did, Santino? Did we go check some other beaches out?
Yeah,
Look at the green and talk loud and clear. What did you do?
we went to like a pond where there's rocks protecting the water, and we saw a bunch of fish. Me and Nola were chasing the fish.
Oh, cool. And you saw what, Nola?
Striped fish, she said.
Striped
Now,
fish.
what did you say about the fish? You only saw those where before? You told me on National Geographic.
Mhm.
So you gotta see, he was snorkeling yesterday. You gotta see a bunch of fish that he hadn't seen in person before. So that was pretty neat. We went to Lingate Beach, State Beach, and they had two pools of water basically protected by a bunch of rocks. So it was safe for the kids to be in there. So he had a good old time. He was having a ball just exploring. And he's such a big boy now. Like now he just kind of does his own thing.
Yeah, he does make some new friends at the beach and
Making
at the
friends everywhere we
pool.
go, you're making new friends.
So cool. So when you take your kids to the beach, if you have children, what type of parent are you? At the beach or even at the pool? Are you that parent who just like throws your kid in the pool and is like, bye, see you when I see you.
We have the bar.
I'll be at the bar. Are you like semi-helicopter like us or full-on helicopter over your kids? Because I don't know. I feel like I'm just watching over them like a hawk, even though they're
All
safe.
all the time, right? So luckily at the pool, it's the pool that they hang out at, it's only 4 feet. So it's 1.5 feet, 3 feet, 3.5 feet. And that's the whole pool area that they've been hanging out in. So it's safe for them, but I still want to know what they're doing. I still want to make sure they're safe. They could bump their head or something and drown. I don't know. Maybe we're a little too worried. No.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Is anyone else crazy like us? I think we're alone when it comes to that.
We're for sure a little crazy. I know that. I know that, and I'm okay with that. I've accepted it.
Yes,
But I'm crazy about our kids, so it kind of is what it is.
it's okay. That's all right.
So I wanted to give people a few tips, right? There's some really good tips, you guys, if you want to visit Hawaii and you're just like, you know what, it's just out of my budget. I'm just never gonna be able to afford to visit Hawaii. Like I gotta share some things with you guys that will make it affordable, right? So number one, best tip ever. If you guys go to Hawaiian Airlines and get a credit card,
Mhm.
my goodness. So for 4 round trip tickets, 1, 2, 3, 4, how much did it cost us to come?
$44.
Well, no, how much?
$44 for the
Wow.
airfare.
How was it $44?
Because we have our Hawaiian Airlines credit card, we put everything on it and you accumulate points, and with your points, you could use those to purchase your tickets.
Right.
So that's our little tip and trick that we found out years ago. We've done it for a few times now. Oh, Lulu said, I'm pretty sure I'll be like that when I become a mom. Laugh out loud. Yes, you will. And Lucy said, nope, same here. Yes, we're always watching over the little ones.
Well, we hang out with good peeps. That's why.
That's why I
Right.
know.
So just back to this trick. So if you went on Hawaiian Airlines today, I think you have to spend $2,000 within the first 60 days. And if you do that, you don't have to like owe them $2,000. You just have to spend $2,000 on that card. They will give you 60,000 points, which is good enough for one round trip ticket. So, and then after that, it might take a while to get that second one, but at least you can get one round trip ticket that way, right?
Mhm.
For us, we have 2 cards. We have a personal and a business. So all of our expenses go through our credit cards, and it takes us about a year to like a year and a half to be able to travel 4 tickets for free,
Right.
which is, you know,
But
one
you know what really works, because we told my parents about this trick when they were planning on going to Hawaii with us, and they were able to get, I think you could also transfer points. So I had to
Yeah.
transfer a little bit of points onto theirs, and they were able to pay $22 for 2 round trip
2 round
tickets.
trip tickets.
And they're direct flights too, which is amazing.
Direct flights. Second hack I want to share with you guys, national car rental. Now you're not going to save a ton of money there, but we went the cheap route. We've been coming for a long time.
Oh
So
my gosh, don't go the cheap route when you
rent a car.
rent a car. So Tino, Kaisi says hello. Tia Bethy said, you want to say hi to Kais?
Hi.
So we went the cheap route before and tried to rent a car that way, and it was like $100 less a day or
It
something
was like
crazy.
dollar rent a car. Don't ever use them
Oh my
because
God.
they
It was
won't
so
have
much.
a car for you. They treat you horribly.
We had to wait 2 hours for an
The
event.
car that you finally get is like broke down, it's got issues, smells moldy inside. You've got all these issues. Go through National, and you could actually sign up to be an Emerald member, and it's
Yes.
free to be an Emerald member. Do this today so you don't forget. Because once you get that Emerald membership, what happens when Chris goes to get the car?
So as Corey's getting the luggage, right? She's getting everything ready with the kids. I go pick up the car because you have to take a shuttle there to pick up the car.
Nobody wants to take their kids and all their junk on a
No.
shuttle. Just stay at the airport while
Divide and
he goes
conquer.
and gets it.
Divide and conquer. So when I get there, there's probably 40 people in line. Okay. So like they're all in line. And I'm not in line. I go right to the side. Outside. You don't even have to go inside with all the people that are. You go outside and you just tell them, hey, I'm an Emerald member. They look up your name. You walk out to the lot and pick any car that you want. But we've got a minivan, so you get any minivan. And you go right to the front. At the exit, they check your car, you pay them, leave. You're in and out within 5 minutes. People are waiting in line like another 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was so sign up for your Emerald membership now. It looks like Lucy said, what a deal. It was so cheap and they were so nice. I should have told you. You did mention that, but then I was just like, I just want to for sure be for sure. Luckily we have like a promo code that we can't share with everyone, so we're able to get a good discount on ours. But yeah, it was so worth it. We're having a little bit there's some connection issues here. Sorry, we're on vacation, so there's a little bit of a connection issue. Hopefully you can all see and hear us. If you're just now joining us, welcome to R&R, Relationships and Real Estate with Chris and Corey
And
and Santino. All right, we're getting back to the show. Can everybody hear us now? Just drop a comment, or are we still having issues? I think we're good. Okay,
So-
perfect.
Well, we were giving you guys tips on how to come to Hawaii on a budget and not blow all your money, right?
Right.
Coming to Hawaii. So they gave you 2 good tips. Hawaiian Airlines credit card, earn enough points, you get a ticket for $11.
And I
You
think
got
they
your
give you
ticket.
your first, you could actually do a companion ticket at 50% off too.
Yeah.
When you sign up.
So there's that route. Then national car rental, you don't have to wait in line. I mean, it's comparable. The car rates are comparable with everybody else, but you're gonna get a car. I know there was a car shortage for a while out here. in
Yes,
Hawaii.
I think that's why Beth ended up having to rent through a local.
Through a local, yeah. And then besides that, this is our first time staying in a hotel, well, in a long time staying in a hotel as opposed to staying in a timeshare. I'm all for staying in a place that has a stove
Mhm.
and
a kitchen.
a fridge and a washer and dryer. And the reason that is if you go to Maui or you come over to Kauai, as soon as you get out of the airport, Costco is right there.
Yes, and then
Right.
they always have like a Target or a Walmart to get all your basic
You
necessities.
get it from Costco.
Yeah, you go there, you get your water, you get your food, you get your snacks, because the kids all want snacks. And then you have everything to keep you hydrated and well nourished for the whole trip. Because let's be real, when you start eating out, it is so expensive. And not only just like when you go out to the restaurants, especially in the hotels like mark it up so high. They give you a mandatory gratuity service fee on every charge, even if they're not good. So, I mean, these are the things that you have to take into account. It adds up.
We're finding it's about $300 a day for food, just for food, right?
200 to 300, depending on what you're ordering for a
Last
family
night's
of
dinner
four.
is $120. It's
Oh,
$300 a day. I'm the one out there going to get the food, so I'm seeing it. $250 to $300 a day, and that's for a family of 4. We're not talking about like you're eating Ruth Chris, right? Like you're eating good, but like it's average dining. It's not like fine dining. So you're spending about $300 a day on food. And if you were to just go to a timeshare, you could get you could do it anywhere, Airbnb anywhere, VRBO,
mhm.
Red Week. There's a ton of these places that you could rent these kind of places. Here's my dream vacation, right? We're not checking in any luggage. We got 4 carry-ons because if you got a washer and dryer, why do you need all these clothes?
Yeah,
You pack like 2 or 3 bikinis and swimsuits, and then 2 board shorts to go out, a collared shirt, 2 like nice dresses. You can put all that on a carry-on, and it just makes the experience that much easier when you travel. And you could do that, and I think you're going to save the money because you're not going to spend all that money eating out.
mhm.
You're going to go to Costco, you're going to spend like maybe $600-700 for the week. you'll save a ton of money going that way. And I think that's the way to go. If you guys want to try it out, I think you can come to Hawaii for 7 days and spend, I don't know, $3,000.
Those are the extras or for the hotel? The hotel itself is gonna be that much.
Well, the hotel minus the hotel. I'm talking about for car, food,
It adds up.
all the
Yeah.
extras, and then the hotel. So the hotel, you gotta do your own research on that, on where you're gonna stay.
Right. Well, this time around, we were super excited because the kids are older. We didn't have to bring a lot of things, but we were thinking of like, oh, let's go zip lining or do ATV riding. That sounds like a lot of fun, right? No, they have to be a certain age. They're almost there. They're super excited. They want to do it. But I get it. For safety reasons, they have to be a little bit older. So we're gonna hold off on that. Same thing with scuba diving, which I personally don't want to go scuba diving. The kids don't even want to go in the water too far because they've heard about all the shark attacks. So they're like, we're good. We don't have to go that far out in the water. Just give us like a little pool area to go explore and we're good with the snorkeling, right?
Well, so somebody was snorkeling in Maui like a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and she got completely eaten by a tiger shark.
Yeah.
She was like
So
50 yards away from her
sad.
husband.
So sad.
So, I mean, I know that it's rare that happens, but that's definitely in the back of your mind. And if you're a crazy parent like we are, you're like, you better look if there's any sharks before you jump in that pool.
That pool,
I'm kidding.
crazy.
You're just
Oh my
extra careful is my
goodness.
point.
Oh my goodness. So, yeah, we've been having a lot of fun, just chilling, snorkeling. Anything else exciting you want to do, Tina?
What else do you want to do while you're
Oh,
here?
it's whale season right now. They're migrating. So we
I saw
actually
whales
saw
the
a
other day.
few whales out in the ocean. Maybe we could do some whale watching, not in the ocean, but from the shore. Because we've already done that before, right? Or do you want to go again? From the shore? Yeah, it's a little scary out there.
So, how did everybody else's New Year's go? Has anybody set any personal goals, for the new year?
Mhm.
I'd like to know what you guys got going on.
Drop
I'm
some
sure. Drop
comments
some
down
comments.
We would love to hear. Oh, we have some more comments. Okay, people just saying that they could hear us now and that Beth said, have fun, gotta go, need to learn the credit card hacks. Thanks. Yes, I will give you all the details on it. If anyone's interested in that, they actually give out pamphlets on the plane where you don't have to spend a minimum. That $2,000 that Chris is talking about, you actually just sign up and you get these free points.
But you have to be on the plane, right? Oh, you have the pamphlet.
I have the pamphlet I just said, so I'll give it to whoever wants one. Nola,
Isn't
you
that
want to say
beautiful?
hello with your big, beautiful curly hair? Her hair is loving the moisture. Yes. Nola, do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Say aloha, everyone. Look at the green light
The
up
green
there and
button,
say
baby.
aloha. It's so
You're
cute.
so shy, mama.
Oh my goodness. So, we have a question for all of y'all who join us all the time, a podcast question. Do you want to see more guests on our show? Oh, look at Lulu says hi. Say hi, Tia Lulu. Let us know if you're interested in seeing more guests on the show. Today, we have our two special guests, Santino and Nola, with us. But if you are interested in seeing other faces joining us, we'd love to hear about it because we're always wanting to make our podcast interesting and ever evolving. So if that's something you would be interested in, let us know. We are looking at different ways to enhance our podcast. We will be probably enhancing the set, right?
We're looking at enhancing the set. We think that maybe you guys would like to have some guests, whether it be, people from Santa Cruz, business owners, people that are from the town that could share some things about the town that you might not know, whether it be business owners that you might be interested in hearing about, like what they have to offer. Like, I don't know that. Like, what would you say would be a good guest for the show?
I don't know. That's
How
why I'm
about,
asking him.
how about the mayor? If we could get Jason Gibb on the show, that would be amazing.
That's cool. He's a really nice guy.
He's the
Share
mayor of
some-
Santa Cruz, yeah.
Share some nice stuff and information about Santa Cruz. What are you looking at? Oh my goodness.
But anyhow,
So-
that's something that we're thinking about doing. We'd love to hear some feedback on that. We'll probably put a poll up on our page and see what you guys think.
Now, getting back to the resolutions, so does anyone set New Year's resolutions or do you just set goals? Like, is there things that you want to change? Like, some people are really big on it, and some people are just like, I'm just gonna keep doing me. I don't want to set New Year's resolutions. So for me personally, I like to do goals, and Chris does too. Do you want to share a little bit about what some of your personal goals are?
Yeah, just like personal goals are like doing some more things for myself. I think I did pretty good last year. Like I started doing jujitsu, right? I started playing golf. Like I did add a few more things for myself, which I never do really anything for myself. So
You always do good stuff for yourself. That's awesome that you go and you play golf and you.
what I was this last year is what I'm saying. I just started doing that. So the goal this year is I'd like to go to jiu-jitsu class 100 times in 2023.
Mhm.
That's like less than,
Lucy.
hey Lucy.
Thank you so much. She said, bye guys, have fun and enjoy the rest of your trip. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy New Year. Oh, and then Joy said she set expectations. I like
I
that.
like that too.
So good.
I
Thanks for
respect-
joining us, Joy.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
We had so much fun before we left at that party.
I have respect for all of that. Like, however you want to do it, whatever's gonna make somebody better, right?
Yes.
So for us, it's goals. So again, I want to do 100 jujitsu classes, which is about 2 a week.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to get back into yoga. I've been having this back sciatic leg thing for like 3-4 years now. I'm sick of it. So I want to start doing yoga. I like to do yoga 50 classes this year. So like once a week.
Okay.
So those are my two like big goals. And then one more is I would love to try to make you guys dinner once a week. Is that funny, kids? What would daddy make you for dinner?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Is it now when you say dinner, is it like butter noodles and mac and cheese or grilled cheese or is it something else?
Well, I already do that.
Okay.
I do that already for the kids.
So be specific, like a new
Yeah, like
a new
something
meal?
that I'm not
veggie lasagna or something?
something like that.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna make the pasta from scratch?
I don't know about all that.
Oh, come
I don't
on.
know about from scratch, but something that requires some more effort.
Okay,
I probably need a recipe, right?
Okay.
I need some planning,
okay.
right? So I'd like to plan a dinner once a week to take care of you guys.
I'm gonna hold him to it. I would love to hear about these dinners and taste them.
So next week's show is not gonna be enough time because we're gonna get back the week before the show.
Mhm.
I mean, the day before the show. But the following week, you see if you hold me to it,
Okay,
if I've done it already.
we'll see. Okay,
What
well,
about you?
what about me? So I have personal goals. Mostly it's like focus more on self-care because I'm always putting everyone else first. Do more yoga, because like that's kind of taken a back seat for me, but I've already done yoga 3 days a week. Nola, cheer for me, Nola. Why are you being so shy? You
That's a
okay?
big deal, 3 days in a row. That's more than you did last year, probably for you.
It's been so amazing. So on vacation, which is cool because here they're offering free yoga classes. I'm like, yes, sunrise yoga. I don't think I've ever done a yoga class on the beach, but it's pretty amazing. 2 days with the sun shining on me, and then today it was raining, so it was pretty cool. And
Yeah, do you like a crazy headstand? What kind of yoga are you doing over there?
no, I don't do headstands. I have that balance has long been gone since I've had kids. But I used to try to do those way back when I
I
was
remember that.
really good at yoga. I'm working my way to it.
Take your time, baby.
I did some tree poses. That's about the balance that I got. I'm trying to find some balance and I'm being very grounded. What are you doing? There.
Down so I can let Noah go by. Pass her by. Pass her by.
What are you doing? Are you all done with the show?
She's gonna have fun over there inside. We need to go.
All right.
Let go, Noah. Mommy.
So that, and then go on more walks with our kids. We used to go on walks every morning and I really miss that. It's a good way to start the day and bring some clarity, take in fresh air. So that's the other thing. And then spend more time with our friends. Like, I feel like toward the end of the year, we were spending a lot more time with friends because of the holidays. That made me feel good.
It was a
So
good time. So we were with the Mysteries and some other friends that,
Joy was there. Yes, we had so much fun.
that was a great time. We went to Solvang with with the House family, the Hudson family, right?
Yes.
That
And
was
it's
a
like,
great time.
why does it take the holidays and just birthdays to get together? It needs to be more
Yeah.
often and frequent. So Chris is stepping away for a second,
I'm gonna close it back to the bottom, okay?
just to mute out some of the background noise. Hi, Tony. Thanks for joining us. Happy New Year, Silva family. Yoga on the beach is amazing. Yes, it was so nice. Thank you so much for supporting us and being here with us. But yeah, just spending more time with friends, and we're bringing back our Friendsgiving this year.
That's a huge goal.
It's
This is my favorite event.
Fun. We still love that time. So I know that's going to be later on in the year around Thanksgiving. We're bringing that back. But yeah, just making more time and space to be with friends and embracing all of that, right? So Joy said she's doing family camping trips.
Ooh,
Ooh,
I like
fun. Well, Chris is not a big camping fan. He's more of a hotel type of guy,
I mean,
resort type of guy.
much respect to people that camp. Like, it sounds great.
But did you like he's more of a glamping type of guy. But didn't you like camping when we went to Big Sur and we're in the tent? Or
Yeah,
no?
but I was like 35 years old. My body's
Oh my
7 years
gosh.
older, and I age in dog years. So like my body's broken. I don't want to be in a
So
tent now.
maybe with your yoga and your jujitsu, you will work your body back to enjoying like nature and being out camping.
That's coming from somebody that's never done a jujitsu class, because that's not what happens. Your body deteriorates faster with jujitsu, but hopefully yoga will make me want to go out into the.
You didn't like doing the camping in the RV.
I
I
hated
think that
camping in the
turned
RV.
you off to all type of camping.
Look, I've been camping once in my whole life, like real camping. We went, Corey convinced me to go to Big Sur, which is beautiful.
Mhm.
You don't really need to convince anybody to go to Big Sur.
No, it's
But we went
gorgeous.
camping in a tent on a cot.
No, on the ground. There was no cot.
Did we have a cot or sleeping? We didn't have
A
a float
sleeping
mattress?
bag.
Did we have a float mattress?
No, we had a sleeping bag, and I was 6 months or 7 months pregnant.
You were 6 months pregnant with Santino. So we did that. That was nice. But like, it was nice to do it once. Like, I had fun going skydiving. I'm never gonna do it again. I did it once. I got it out my system.
Check the box.
Sure. Yeah. No, I'm good on the camping, but like, people love doing it. Like, it's great.
Oh, Joy said yes, glamping. Yeah, Joy, I could see her doing glamping. That Flying Flags place everyone talks about, that's like glamping. That
so
looks like a lot of fun.
here's my thing on it for me personally. Now, I'm not, poo-pooing on anybody that wants to go glamping, camping, whatnot. Great. For us, like, we broke down the cost. One year we went with Corey's mom, dad, brother, sister-in-law, cousins, right? And we all had our own little camper,
Yeah,
right? And it was like a Six Flags place, wasn't it?
not Six Flags, but no, it wasn't like that.
It was a resort
This
place.
place is totally
It had a
different.
pool. It was by the beach. Like, we were over by
It was in, I don't know.
I'm having a brain
Pismo.
fog, like near Pismo Beach.
Mhm.
Anyhow, I broke down the cost. We would have spent like $100 more a day. We could have been in a hotel by the beach.
Yeah,
Like, I'll spend $100 and I'll stay at the beach in a hotel room. Right? Am I tripping?
oh, well, you would have had to still spend more money on food because you couldn't cook. We cooked in the RV. You can't cook in the resort.
Put it this way, I don't remember what we ate in the RV, so I'm sure I wouldn't be missing anything.
It's about the experience.
I can make
of being out there.
s'mores. I can make s'mores and all that stuff at home. Like, I don't need to be camping.
Yeah, this guy.
We could get like a little, we could do it at the beach, maybe. I think you can camp at the beach, right? I'm gonna want to go home eventually, though. We're like, kids are getting tired. It's 11 o'clock. All right, it's
Oh,
time to go
he's too
home.
much. He's too much.
Time to go to the hotel.
Yeah. Let's just say he's not a camping type
I'm
of
not
guy.
a camping guy.
Tony said he liked the houseboat. We used to go houseboating.
Yeah, houseboating was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. She said, remember all the dead fish in Havasu? Laugh out loud and the donkey doo-doo. How could we ever forget that smelly dead fish in Havasu after our dog rolled in it?
So back when
Oh, my
we used to do houseboating, we used to see dead fish on the shore, right? And it stunk. But now if you go to Lake Mead and you go houseboating, you see dead bodies from like
Oh
30 years ago.
gosh, that's horrible. Yeah.
It's- The
Because
water
the
level is
water
so low.
level is so low. Yeah, because of the drought. It's so crazy. So Evelyn said, sand in my eye that whole trip.
See?
I think Lulu doesn't like camping
Oh, she's a
either.
camper either.
It was so windy. The sand was blowing everywhere.
I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, because again, this is coming from somebody that is not a camper. My belief is that people that enjoy camping were raised camping,
Camping, like that.
right?
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun thing to do. You don't just all of a sudden start wanting to go camping, I don't think. Unless
Because-
like you grew up going camping, and that's what we did when I was young. Like those were our family trips.
Right.
We would go camping at the lake, or we never really went camping at the beach. It would be like at the
Because your mom
lake.
hates the sand.
My mom hates the sand. Oh yeah, she
Hates the
hates
sand.
it. Lulu does not like the sand either.
I mean, we didn't do any trips when I was a kid. Like,
Yeah,
we didn't, I mean, for me, a trip was like a sleepover at Joe's house, like 5 apartments down.
I think my dad one time he tried to buy like this little camper that you hook onto the back of your car, and it like pops up open and you could sleep
It's
in
one
it.
that's like this
But
big and there's-
Really small, like a little rectangle that you, I don't know. Anyways, he had one of those, and we like camped in front of our house because we thought it was so cool that we had one of those. I think we only took it out once because that thing like it was all beat up and broke down. Tried. So Joyce said she loves beach camping. Yeah, the
That
beach.
sounds fun.
I mean, the beach, it can't go wrong with the beach. It's just so like rejuvenating, and I don't know, it brings me so much joy. And then Tony said, "Oh my God, I'm dying laughing. It smelled so bad." It was awful, Tony. So we went to Havasu because Tony had a condo in Havasu, so we would go on trips with her all the time, and we'd take our dog Spanky, and then his brother Boomer was her dog. And the dogs get out when she pulls her boat up to the beach. The dogs get out, they're rolling around in the sand, and we're like, "What is that smell?" We see like dead fish over there. Why were they rolling around in the dead fish? It was
They
disgusting.
were trying to cover up the dead fish scent with their scent. They weren't that smart for Jack
Oh
Russells.
my
were
gosh.
they doing?
That's awful.
It smelled awful.
That was like the worst. Like then your whole day is just ruined because you got some smelly dogs that smell like dead fish.
Oh, boy.
Oh Lord. Oh. So we've come to the conclusion that Chris is more of a hotel condo type of guy. Switching things up to real estate now.
But
Or do you
just-
want to talk more?
Just finishing on that, we've also determined that Corey is not an Airbnb person. She's more of a hotel person
No,
herself.
I'm okay with Airbnb, but I need to check the reviews and the hosts. Because one time we decided to do Airbnb, we went to Brooklyn, we went to New York, and we decided to stay in Brooklyn because why not? You could just hop on the train. You're gonna spend so much less, you don't have to pay all the fees to stay at a nice hotel in the city when you could just stay in Brooklyn and like feel the vibes and like get to know the neighborhood, go eat at some really good spots over there. So we stayed in Brooklyn, right? Okay, now I know if you stay in an Airbnb, you have to take your own towel with you.
She was so hot.
Because I got out of the shower, I'm like all clean, right? I go and I put this towel on that was mildewy and just stunk. And I'm like, now why did I even take a shower? I smell better before this shower and putting this nasty towel on me.
You think it was cold in Brooklyn, so you just put the jacket on and
Oh
just covered up that fun.
Gosh, it was disgusting. I felt like I smelled that mildew smell, and they give you like one little baby towel. So it's like, should be used for my hair, but I'm not putting that thing in my hair because then my hair is really gonna smell.
You're all cold.
I was all cold and shivering.
Did it shake dry like a dog?
Yeah, horrible. Like bring your own towels if you're using Airbnb. That was my biggest.
I mean, that was our only
That was my
experience.
only. No, because I've stayed. I went on my girls' trip with
Oh, how
my
was
mom
that?
friends. It was thing. It was so much fun, and we were at the beach, so of course. But that was a
Beach
good
people?
host. It was a good host.
We're
I
beach
mean, they
people.
had so many amenities at that Airbnb. They had like these little scooters you could take out and ride. They had like all the stuff to take to the beach if you wanted to use it. It was really nice and well planned
That's the
out.
way you do it. So
So I'm open to just getting away anywhere. I'll make the best of any situation. Mildewy towel and all.
So now switching things to real estate, right? Couple things as far as rates. Want to just talk about interest rates a little bit because they have gone up a little bit in the last couple weeks. I'd say in the last couple weeks they're up about 3/8 to like 0.5%.
Right, since Christmas, they have increased.
It's what we said. If
Mhm.
you go back and look at the show, it's like the banks don't want to do loans this time of year. Everybody's on vacation,
Right,
so they raise the rates, right? Like it happens all the time, every single year. But anyhow, rates are pretty much in the high fives, low to mid sixes, just kind of depending on where your credit falls.
Mhm.
They're raising the limits again.
Mhm.
So now you can get a loan 3% down, guys. Hardly anything, 3% down up to $726,000.
Wow.
Right? And then if you put 5% down on a house, you can get a loan up to $1,089,000.
So they're loosening up the guidelines.
They're having
They
to
have
do
to
it.
do it because the rates are higher, right?
Well, because there's a lot of people that make a lot of income,
Mhm.
but they don't have that down payment to get into a house, right?
Right.
So we're starting to see that now. So now the loan limits have gone up again. Every single year they've been going up and up and up. Credit scores, you can get a loan as low as 620 FICO.
Mhm.
That's on a loan up to 1,089,000, up to 726. You guys can get a loan like a 580 FICO score on an FHA.
Wow.
So that stuff is coming back again.
Yes.
And there's other programs out there that you can get 100% financing.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
also FHA, but it's down payment assistance programs, but it's not income driven. That means anybody can qualify for it. You can make 250 grand a year and still qualify for 100% financing.
Right.
So like these things are starting to come back. Before I get too much into that, you could use these programs to buy our new listing that's coming out, right?
Mhm.
So as soon as we get back, we're shooting pictures and video of our new listing in Saugus. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, about 1,200 square feet. Kitchen's been remodeled. Floors, I believe, are wood
Mhm.
throughout. I get freshly painted. I want to say there's crown molding, big baseboards. Bathrooms are semi-original condition. And then as far as the backyard, really big backyard.
Mhm.
And then there's this covered patio area that's enclosed to be like a sunroom.
Mhm.
And really, I think my vision for it is somebody that's running a business out of their house. That'd be a good place to put like merchandise.
For sure.
Or you could just do like an outdoor gym,
Yeah.
but there's a lot you could do with that property for $700,000.
It's amazing.
That's amazing.
So much
Actually, I
opportunity.
think we're listing at 725.
Okay.
Still close though, pretty close.
Yes.
So it falls in that limit of 3% down. You can buy the house as little as 3% down, or you can buy 0% down with an FHA loan or a VA loan.
Mhm. That's amazing. So much opportunity.
So I think by next week's show, no, we won't have it on the market yet, but following show we'll have it on the market.
Awesome.
So I think next week we're doing an open house on it.
Perfect. Can't wait.
And then I also have a listing appointment coming up in Sylmar. If you guys have followed us last year, we had a listing on Wyatt, I believe it was.
Mhm.
Watt on Watt Lane. And then there was another one there. I can't remember the name of the street, but it's the Williams homes that are right off the freeway. They're like tri-level townhomes,
Mhm.
but it's a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom,
That's huge.
right?
Mhm.
And you can't hear it, even though you're next to the freeway, you can't hear it because they have double dual pane windows to block the sound. So as long as you have your windows closed, you don't hear any of that. And it's all energy efficient, so that the house doesn't cost much to heat up or cool down.
Right.
And there's a community pool. It's a really nice area and it's gated.
Awesome.
So I don't know when that's coming on. I have a listing appointment, but I know like once I go do a listing appointment, I'm gonna get the listing.
For sure. For
So
sure.
that should be coming up pretty soon as well.
Awesome. Well, looking ahead, we have another week of vacation lined up and we get home late Tuesday night,
Like midnight.
at
It's
midnight.
almost like we're getting home Wednesday.
And then we're back to the regular podcast next week on Wednesday. So, Lulu says, have to head out. Love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your trip and see you soon. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. We appreciate you so much. That is going to be our show today. Thank you again for hanging out here with us on R&R Relationships and Real Estate. Be sure to catch us here weekly on Facebook Live. We're your hosts, Corey and Chris Silva, and we'll catch you next week. Mahalo.
Mahalo.